Alright, this is my next batch of rocks. This is something called Chrysocolla. For the most part it's Chrysocolla. Some of the blue bits you see are azurite, and there may even be some malachite in there. They're usually associated with each other. This batch I'm going to do something different than just the standard sort of cut and tumble polish. I'm hoping to make some pendants as well. This stuff, even though it looks nice now, I will just give it a quick spray and you'll see the sort of colours you can expect to come out once they're polished. Amazing, aren't they? I do like the blue bits in there, but for the most part there'll be the Chrysocolla aqua green colour. So yes, I'll get started cutting these. It should take a couple of weeks, although it'll be on the same video, so it doesn't matter to you. So yeah, Chrysocolla. Hey, g'day. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here's all our Chrysocolla. What a beautiful rock. The majority, well no, about 50% of them really have been cut to go through the tumbler. The other half have been slabbed, like this one. So that will then be made into a pendant. What I do is with a marker pen, draw a shape on there, and then using my slant cabbing machine, the one I homemade, just roughly shape them, and then they go in with the rest of the rocks, the standard ones, into stage 2. They'll sort of join up together and go through stage 2, 3 and 4 together. Now the thing is, this is Chrysocolla. It's very soft. As I was cutting it, bits were crumbling off, and it just sort of it's very soft. What that means so far as tumbling goes, I'm not sure. I'll just have to keep checking it every day or two, I think, just to make sure it's not getting worn down, worn away, because that's what can happen. So yeah, make it up as we go. Okay, time to chuck the Chrysocolla into stage 1. These are the ones that are being rounded, the ones that will be made into pendants. We'll go through a different process and then join up with these guys in stage 2. Beautiful colours. Now these are all the bits that broke and chipped off when they were being cut. It is a very fragile rock, Chrysocolla. So yeah, they'll get used as filler pieces, and you never know, there might be some worthwhile little pieces come out of those as well. Might as well use all of them. There are some pretty big pieces still, but that was a bit boring. I just blew on the edges. We'll see what happens. Alright, wash my hand in some dirty water. Time for the grit. One for you. And one for you. Two for you. And two for you. Three for you. And three for you. Four for you. And four for you. I'll just do 5 in each. That's 5 for him. And another 5 for him. Okay, now add some water to just below the level of the top rocks. That's what the recipe calls for. Oh, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Happy with him now. Lids, or seals first. Dirty job. I just had to patch this one today. They wear out where this bolt is welded on the other side. But a bicycle patch does the job well. Now the metal lids. Why isn't that going down properly? It's better. Now they each get a washer. Washer. And they each get a lock nut. I will turn on the big tumbler. There's a power cord under here somewhere. There he is. That was the wrong one. That is the right one. Jeez, that was loud. Give these a shake. Chuck them on with the nuts pointing out. Latch onto that little thing right there. It's good. And give this fella a shake as well. And leave them run. Now, I know I keep saying it, and it's because it's true. I will check these. I might even check them after 1 day, but definitely after 2 days, because that Chrysocolla can just disappear before you know it. Well, this is not really that good. It's only been 2 days, and look at this. I expect this Chrysocolla is wearing down way too quickly, and may not polish at all. So we'll dump them all out and see what we've got. I reckon we've probably lost almost half our volume. We'll see. Pity, it was such a nice rock too, the blue running through it. Look at that, it's just like mud. And after just 2 days, that's not right. But let's see what we got. Wow. They're all lumpy, like they've been eaten away. Undercutting, it's called. in areas. I don't know, I think I'll just put them straight into stage 2 rather than watch them go away in stage 1. They're just going to disappear, I'm sure of it. Look at this. I'll give it a more thorough rinse and see what happens. Alright, so that Chrysocolla didn't exactly go to plan. I'm just going to leave it on the back burner for now. This is what we got. It's all a bit soft. It's just disappearing too quickly and not shaping or undercutting. Doing all sorts of weird stuff that Chrysocolla does. So what I'm going to do is work on another batch. I know this Chrysocolla is harder than the other. The reason I'm trying to get some Chrysocolla done is that in a few weeks our rock club has an event and we're going to be selling, well, I'm going to be selling some of my rocks, and the Chrysocolla always sells very well. So again, the plan will be hopefully make some pendants out of this, as well as some tumbled stones. So yeah, starting again. Okay, so this is that second lot, the plan B. Chrysocolla cut up. There's not as much in this lot. I might only get a big barrel and a small barrel done, but we'll see. These are chips that will be used for filler. And here are the ones that are going to be made into pendants. Into pendants, not made independents, made into pendants. So yeah, I'll show you how I do that after I've set these ones tumbling. That's always good fun. But while I was cutting the Chrysocolla, there was a lump of something in with all the Chrysocolla, and I cut it, and what I found inside was really quite nice. Let me wet it and then I'll show you what I found. Some beautiful amethyst. There's probably nothing spectacular, but it was a great surprise to cut this open and find a amethyst geode. So yeah, I'll just probably give that a quick polish on the slant cover. And yeah, that'll go to my collection. But yeah, so back onto the Chrysocolla. These ones about to be tumbled. Alright, time to load up the barrels. So this is the second lot, and this is the first lot with all the blues, but much of them very fragile. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of these ones in the barrels and then see how far we come up, and I expect I'm going to need a few of these as well. So what I'll do is I'll pick out the harder ones of these. So these are all nice and firm. So there's quite a few that can continue on. So yes, let's start loading up the barrels. And again, I'm going to have to check these. I might even check them after 1 day, but at least after 2 days I will have to check them. Make sure they're not disappearing, like those ones were. Quite a bit short. I'll see what I can get out of here. I might have to do one big barrel, one small barrel. We'll see. So I'm basically just picking out the ones that feel firm. For a blue one, that feels quite nice. So what I'm looking for is that they're not undercutting like that one. Although that may have been not shaped very well. But yeah, see that how it's eaten away there. They'll just keep deteriorating the longer they go, so I don't want them in with the harder Chrysocolla. And keep in mind, these ones will be joined by the pendants once they hit the vibratory tumbler. So we don't want too much, but I reckon we'll probably get by with one barrel. Let's have a look. Yes, I don't think that's unreasonable. So just one barrel. Right, so this is a very fluid sort of a plan I've got going here. I've decided 2 barrels, 2 of the large barrels, and I've pretty much put in all of the first lot, except for the very fragile looking ones, and all of the second lot. So it was all a bit of an experiment really, but I hope I don't lose it all. It's a beautiful rock. So let's add some grit. And for this, I'm using 80 grit, not the 46 I would normally use, because I don't want it wearing down too much. One for you. But I'm getting low, so we'll have to see. That's one for you. And 2 for you. 2 for you. Get this down here. 3 for you. 3 for you. Oh, looks like we're going to have just enough. 4. 4. 5. It's 4.5. We'll just chuck the rest in. Alright. So now some water. It doesn't have to be clean water for stage 1. Know the rules. Just below the top rocks. There. Geez, they're nice colours. I hope I don't lose too much. Alright. Now these fellas get their lids, or their seals first. Nothing around there, that's good. That's him, and that's him. He's all good. Pack these on. And then a washer each. I really like the Lawtone barrels. I think I've mentioned before, I haven't had a leak yet. Besides for when the rubberwares are there. And it only just leaks to the inside of that lid, but I've never had a Lawtone barrel burst open like I've seen with some of the others. Alright, so I'll turn the noisy fella on. Where's this switch? Hidden away back here. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's not noisy yet. He will be. Give these a bit of a shake. Chuck him up. Is he locked in? Yes, he is. The second barrel. I'll tell you what, this QT66, which is what that is, really working good lately. Let's see if I just put the mocker on it. No, he's still working good. I'll probably check these, if not tomorrow, the next day. Just make sure we're not losing too much again. And so now I will start shaping some pendants. That's always fun. This is the chrysocolla that I've slabbed to make into pendants. It doesn't look much now because it's dried out and rough cut. So what I'll do is I will take these templates. These are homemade templates. I made them on my 3D printer and cut some out of cardboard and have a circular one that I bought. But yeah, so I will just go along and see what shape fits the rocks. Cut them out and then make pendants out of them. Oh, what suits that one? Probably there. That's what I mean. So each of these will get a shape drawn on them and then they'll be cut out and polished. Some of them, like these, I'll just clean up the shape. That'll be fine. Okay, so I've marked out the ones that will be shaped. The ones that aren't marked will just have a more, what would you call it, natural shape, I guess. I'll just round them off a little bit. But what I'll do is I'll wet these to show you the sort of colours that I'm hoping will come out once they're polished. So yeah, some very nice colours. But you never know what you're going to get with Chrysocolla. So, time will tell. We'll have to just wait and see. So, there they are, all cut, ready to be shaped on my slant cover. Most went to plan, some didn't. One of them even ended up like the Starfleet insignia. So I'll go along with that, I think, and see how that turns out. Time to shape these pendants on my slant cabbing machine. This is my slant cover. I know what you're thinking. How does one acquire such a magnificent machine? Well, believe it or not, it's homemade. I do plan on running through the very basic instructions for how I made that at a later date. So yes, the low-tech slant cover. They're all rounded, ready to go in. I'll probably put them into stage 3. not stage 2, because some of them are very soft. And I'm concerned that they will tend to disappear. Some nice colours, some really subtle ones here too, like this subtle blue bit coming through. Some more blue. That Star Trek one. Yes, I'm quite happy with them at the moment, but how they turn out, well, that's anyone's guess really. And then there's this here, which I think is praise. There's a few pieces of that. So they'll go into stage 2 with the rest of the Chrysocolla. Yes, so it's all a bit of an experiment, I guess. We'll see what happens. It has been 3 days, and I'm about to check if there's anything left of this Chrysocolla. See, now that is very, very sludgy, which means there's been a lot of wear down of the rocks. Oh, it's just like mud. But we'll see what we end up with, eh? It looks about the same. No reason to expect any different. This whole exercise could be a bit futile, I think. Well, this situation might not be as bad as it first appeared. Some of these are going to come pretty well, I think. There are some still with little cracks and stuff in them, but I can't really risk tumbling them for too long, because as you've seen, they just disappear so quickly. So feeling a bit better about these. That's not Chrysocolla, there's a bit of praise. I don't know how that ended up in there. Right down the bottom of some of the blue ones. Not that there's any there. They've really kind of shrunk in size, but I think that might turn out alright. Time will tell. So yeah, these will get a scrub, put into the UV bowl, and set to tumble in stage 2 or to vibrate in stage 2 for 2 days. And I should have my pendants ready to add to that lot as well. Alright, so we're ready to go with stage 2. I've added probably about a dozen of the harder pendants in with this lot, and I'll let them go for 1 day, I think, and then just check that nothing's disappearing too quickly. So yeah, I'll turn this on, it'll get rowdy, and then I'll add the stage 2 grit. There's a switch here somewhere, there it is. Now to find his lid, I don't know where that is. Now I've come out to check on these rocks, and it's not making a lot of noise. I expect they've dried out a bit. Not moving at all. So it took a little persuasion, but I'm going to go it again. So it's been just over 24 hours. Certainly slowed down again. I'm going to take them out now. I'm going to give them a rinse, take them out of stage 2, put them into stage 3. That's them all rinsed off, and I'll now add these softer pendants. And then they'll go into stage 3. Like I say, it is a bit of an experiment, but I'm hoping it works. Bowl's a bit fuller now too, so they should tumble better. Alright, ready to fire up the Vibe for stage 3. There will be noise, you know the drill. Alright, this is stage 3, just come out of the Vibe. That doesn't help much. But I think they're going to be okay. That one, don't know. Alright, they're all rinsed off, ready for the final polish stage. There's not a lot of blue left. I guess that was the softest part. So that's pretty much disappeared. So yeah, this is what we're using, same as always. 1 micron aluminium oxide. I'll start it up, of course, and then I won't talk anymore because of the noise. Some of you might have noticed I only put 2 tablespoons in there. I'm experimenting. I'm going to let it run with 2 tablespoons for a day, and then top it up with 1 or 2 again and let it run for another day, maybe even a third day, and just see what happens. There we go. Out of stage 4. I ended up putting another tablespoon of polish in on the second day, so it's been running for 3 days now. So nice and colourful, but how glossy it is, we'll soon find out. Once again at the borax stage. Where's that switch? Here he is. That's pretty. Anyway, borax. So that'll run overnight and we'll see what we've got in the morning. Rightio, here's a Chrysocolla fresh out of a borax rinse. As always, I'm going to get a rinse in the ultrasonic cleaners. So grab a handful. I don't think a lot of these are glossed up as well as I'd like. We're going to find out fairly shortly. Some have, but I think that's the minority. A few more in there, little ones. Alright, we'll switch him on. A little while to warm up. Alright, time to glue on some bales. I got these bales off eBay, but I should have checked the size. They're a bit large, really. They'll suit some of these bigger pendants, but some of the smaller ones, they're just going to be too big. So I ordered some smaller ones. I'll be coming in this week, hopefully, before the show this coming weekend. So what I use is super glue. People have recommended using E6000, so I ordered some, tried it, but it didn't seem to set all that well. It remained rubbery, which meant that the bales could pull off easily. So I've used super glue the last couple of times and it seems to work fine. So that's what I do. And here, this is my secret method. Basically just squeeze a bit of super glue on the surface of the bale that comes into contact with the rock. Grab your pendant, put it on there, let it sit for a second. That's it, the bale has been glued on. Not the best rock, but that'll do. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Can get a bit messy once you get the glue on your fingers. It can get very messy. That's in there. Might be a little bit longer. Oh, I stuck my finger. It's not sticking very well, that one. Oh geez, I've got too much glue. That's something to be careful of, the fact that you can overdo the glue, but it does clean off fairly well with, what do I use? I think it's IPA, isopropyl alcohol. There's another one then. Now some of these I wanted to basically do upside down. So instead of having the bail at the narrow end, I would have it at the fat end. I think that'll work. Let's give that a go. Now remember, not too much glue. Deadly stuff. Yeah, perfect. So yes, I'll continue on gluing these down, and then hopefully before the next weekend show comes along, I will have some smaller bales for the smaller pendants. So from here it's just a matter of getting a, what was marked as a vegan leather strap. I suspect it's plastic. And just threading it through there. That then goes to a latch here. Anyway, you get the idea. Goes to a latch. And there's our pendant of chrysocolla with azurite and possibly malachite and some quartz. But yeah, a chrysocolla pendant.